Our body reserves the right to keep a few stem cells around in order to regenerate ourselves.
Meet Dr. William Lee, a highly esteemed Harvard-trained physician. He is recognized for founding the Angiogenesis Foundation, a pioneering organization dedicated to advancing research on the role of blood vessel formation in health and disease. Dr. Lee's work has led to more than 40 FDA-approved therapeutics and devices for cancer, cardiovascular disease, wound healing, and vision loss. And he is also a New York Times bestselling author with Eat to Beat Disease, The Science on How Your Body Can Heal Itself, and he recently published a new book, Eat to Beat Your Diet, Burn Fat, Heal Your Metabolism, and Live Longer.
When you and I were growing up, right, in grade school, we learned from our teachers that starfish can regenerate, salamanders can regenerate, but people can't regenerate, right?
Can't grow a new arm.
Yeah, well, it's true, you can't grow a new arm, but we do regenerate. We regenerate every day.
As we age, our body undergoes profound changes, demanding greater attention to our dietary choices to combat the effects of aging. In today's video, we will unveil 3 drinks that Dr. William Lee frequently mentions that helps you regenerate stem cells and live longer. So stay tuned until the very end for all the juicy details. Number 1, green tea.
Who hasn't heard of the benefits of green tea? We know tea has polyphenols, they're called catechins. We know one of the catechins is called EGCG. It's actually really, really good for you. Not only does it cut off the blood supplies to help starve cancers, not only is it anti-inflammatory, not only does it help protect your stem cells so you can regenerate from the inside out, the fiber in green tea and some of the catechins, catechin itself is actually a prebiotic, helps to nourish your gut microbiome, take your gut bacteria, make it happy. It's antioxidant, good for your DNA, stimulates your immune system. It turns out when it comes to your body fat, the catechin actually fights white fat. It actually helps you lose some of the subcutaneous jiggly stuff. But more importantly, it actually helps you lose visceral fat, the harmful baseball glove fat that can be trapped even inside a skinny body. So the bottom line is that green tea drinkers just metabolically are healthier.
Dr. William Lee also highlights black tea as a powerful beverage for stem cell regeneration. Here's what he has to say.
That study you mentioned about a few cups of tea a day reducing your risk of developing cancer, was that black tea or green tea?
Green tea. Black tea actually also has different benefits as well. Black tea actually can call out those stem cells from your bone marrow to increase their levels in your circulation. And when your stem cells are circulating in your blood, they come out of their hiding spots. They come out like bees flying out of a hive, and then they circulate in your body looking for organs to repair. So wherever you need a little bit of renewal, regeneration, your stem cells will fix it invisibly. And so black tea can actually spark that repair and regenerative process.
Next up, coffee.
So coffee actually has all these benefits. There is acid in coffee. It's called chlorogenic acid. But unlike a harmful effect, in fact, it gives you all benefits.
Really?
So chlorogenic acid actually, first of all, activates your circulation, makes your blood flow better. All your brain, your muscles, your organs have better blood flow over time. Number 2, it actually protects your stem cells, so it helps you renew yourself from the inside out. So we're healing ourselves continuously, replacing the injured and the dead and the sloughed off stuff. Just more tissue. Chlorogenic acid actually helps your gut microbiome, makes a better gut health, all right, which then helps your immunity and everything else. Chlorogenic acid also slows down the degradation of your telomeres, which means that it slows down cellular aging, and it improves your immunity.
It's important to note that Dr. Lee specifically advocates for organic coffee due to its absence of synthetic fertilizers and genetic modifications. Therefore, ensure you know how your coffee is sourced, whether you're purchasing a specific brand from your local grocery store or from your favorite retail coffee shop.
Organic coffee actually has a lot more of a bioactive called chlorogenic acid. Chlorogenic acid is incredibly powerful for streamlining your metabolism and actually improving your blood flow as well. The organic version is better for you, and we've actually measured it. We found 3 times more of the good stuff, and there's an explanation. Little natural bugs and pests actually nibbling at the leaves and stems of our plants actually prompt them to actually secrete more of the good stuff.
Number 3, hot chocolate.
That is French hot chocolate. It is super thick, super intense, warm. It feels really good and absolutely delicious. So let's talk a little bit about chocolate. Chocolate has proanthocyanidins and catechins, and we all know that these bioactives in chocolate activate our body's self-defenses, and they can actually activate our metabolism as well. Now, one of the things that chocolate does is it's definitely good for the circulation. Helps protect the lining of our blood vessels, and studies have shown in humans that the high polyphenol chocolates can increase stem cells in your blood vessels that can help you regenerate. And that's actually good for the heart, for the brain, healthy aging, all the whole shebang.
It's important to pay attention to the cacao content in your hot chocolate. Ordinary chocolate is a confection, meaning it contains a lot of sugar and additives. Dr. William Li recommends consuming chocolate with at least 80% cacao to gain the most benefits. Here is what he has to say.
One of the most powerful foods that stimulates regeneration in your stem cells is dark chocolate. Dark chocolate, cacao flavanols. Now, chocolate is a confection. It's made in a candy factory, a chocolate factory. But and it's got sugar and all kinds of other stuff. So again, depends on what you put in it, but dark chocolate is mostly cacao. Cacao comes out of an orange bean. Now, it's a seed pod. It's bright orange, and then later on it turns brown when it matures. And it's got all these little seeds in it. It's cacao nibs. Okay, that's the real deal. And when you have dark chocolate, it's really, really rich with cacao. It's got fiber in it, which is good for our microbiome. It's got these polyphenols in it, and really good dark chocolate. You don't have to have it as a candy bar, chocolate bar. You can also even mix it into like hot chocolate, for example. You can make a cacao drink. And that's how the traditional Incas and Peruvians actually had their cacao. Like the ancient societies that understood the power of cacao had it as kind of like as a beverage, like the coffee, the chocolate ritual you hear about, right? So turns out studies have been done in people even in their 60s who have heart disease, and they need more regeneration. They need more stem cells. So what do? You actually take a blood out, measure their stem cells, then you give them dark chocolate in the form of hot chocolate and have them drink it twice a day, just 8 fluid ounces. Down the hatch, polyphenols in the body, and for 30 days, okay, then they measure their stem cells again on an individual basis. And guess what? The dark chocolate doubles the number of stem cells coming out of bone marrow into your circulation for regeneration. So now so cells are interesting, but it doesn't make a difference in terms of your body function. Turns out they actually measured blood flow using a test called flow-mediated dilation. And flow-mediated dilation is where you actually do a blood pressure cuff, and you blow up the blood pressure cuff. It squeezes the circulation, so your arm feels a little numb. Now you use an ultrasound probe to take a look at your blood flow, and then you release the cuff. Turns out the people who had the dark chocolate had double the responsiveness, the healthy responsiveness of their blood flow as well. So improved blood flow, double the number of stem cells coming out of dark chocolate. Who doesn't think that's a good thing, right?
And finally, peach juice.
Hey there, I wanted to share with you one of my favorite fruits. This is a peach, one of my favorite summer fruits, juicy. You can smell the fragrance, and it's got chlorogenic acid. This is actually a bioactive that actually does a lot of things. It cuts off the blood supply to tumors. It actually helps to protect stem cells, your health defenses. Also good for gut health, and it's also got a good amount of dietary fiber. But the interesting thing about chlorogenic acid is it actually helps your metabolism by fighting body fat. So you can activate your good fat and fight your bad fat using chlorogenic acid. Plus, it's just a juicy, great fruit to select during the summer. What you want to do is you want to smell it, and it should actually smell really good. And by the way, yellow peaches actually tend to be a little bit sweeter and juicier than white peaches, but white peaches are also delicate and great. Dr. Will Lee out.
I don't think something that most people are aware of, that you can activate your own stem cells, that there's
Yeah.
things you do in your life that you can screw up your stem cells. And what are stem cells anyway? What do they do? And how do we understand how to stop hurting them and start helping them?
Yeah, well, stem cells are really simple. We're made of stem cells. So when our moms and dads got together and created, us in the womb, we started out as stem cells. They actually made every single organ.
An egg and a
cell.
sperm.
An egg and a sperm got together, and they basically decided they would become a stem cell factory. And then pretty much we formed out of our own stem cells. And after we were born, a few of those stem cells stuck around, about 700,000 of them. They stick around, and they're mostly in our bone marrow, and they're in lining of our intestines. And they hide out in our body, and they help us regenerate. We know that we regenerate because our hair falls out and grows back. Our gut lining grows back. Our livers can grow back. If you actually remove part of your liver, it'll grow back.
Yeah.
Our skin grows back, So our bodies possess the ability to regenerate through stem cells.
Don't forget to check out Dr. William Lee's latest book and website for more information. Links below.